Let me tell you something. Elevation requires separation. It's very important when you trying to get somewhere in life, you gotta disassociate yourself from people that ain't going nowhere. Them stuck still people that still hating, still negative, still complaining, still making excuses, still causing drama, and still stuck in the past. Get away from their ass, cause you ain't gonna elevate. It's power in disassociation. It's just like a caterpillar. He ain't gonna never see eye to eye with a butterfly, cause a butterfly just went through what he going through, and that butterfly had to disassociate himself from that caterpillar in order to fly. It's power in disassociation when you trying to develop and level yourself up. Understand what I'm saying? You might become the enemy of your family because you don't come around the family, because you tried to help the family embrace their mind into a different kind of something you done find in your path that made you know that, mama, we doing this wrong. Daddy, this ain't how this go. Daddy, you teaching me the wrong way. Let me teach you. They don't want to learn from you, so you trying to come around them with them jumper cables, but they ain't taking the charge. They don't want to get charged up, so you got to disassociate yourself from them people. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing worse than hang around a person that ain't shit. If they ain't shit, they don't need to be nothing, they don't need to be nowhere in your vicinity. Let them be comfortable with they ain't shit ass life. It ain't nothing worse than a person that ain't shit and ain't on shit. If they ain't on shit and they don't want shit, they don't need to be around you, because they ain't gonna be shit. You trying to get out here and see some shit. And that go for family, that go for friends, that go for relationships, that go for co-workers, that go for anybody in your vicinity that's stuck still blaming, still hating, still making excuses, still complaining, still causing drama in other people's life. Say the drama for your mama, still stuck in the past, living about what you did last year. Man, this 2020, and goddamn, we going to a different level and a different year. Ain't nobody care about what the hell you got going on last year. Where the bag at now? Cause I'm moving forward. You wanna stay down there with them the pigeons? Yeah, I'm an eagle. I'ma fly high over that bullshit. Yeah, lions hunt alone. You can hang in the pack with them hyenas, but I'ma get out here and hunt alone if you don't wanna be strong enough to get on what I'm on, man. Disassociate yourself from people that don't get what you got. You done got some intelligence. You done got some wisdom poured in you. You done got smart, and now you wanna disassociate yourself because you tired of living how you was living. You trying to give it all you got before you check out. And they don't want to check you out because they still see you how they seeing you, but they don't know your mind is elevated.
Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles at Great Millstone. And peace to you sincere brothers out there, the true house of David. And I just want to go into separation. Only means elevation. Now, I did a sit down like this before, and they deleted that old channel, but I'm gonna touch up on this topic because as the scripture tells you in Romans, the 8th chapter, everything works good for those that actually love the Lord. And you have to believe that. And sometimes, a lot of times, separation just means an elevation unto better and bigger things, which you have to look at this thing as the Lord is continually trying to elevate you and bring you up on a level, bringing you through that fire. Separation is a part of the scriptures, which when you go to the scriptures, when Joseph, going back to Egypt, going back to Joseph, all his brothers sold him into slavery. Now that had to happen because later on, when they sold him into slavery, he ended up being the second in command in Egypt. And later on, his brother had to basically come eat out of his hand. And what that did was, for them selling them into slavery, that set him up for a bigger and a better position, which is a beautiful story because, you know, we tend to look at separation as something that's bad. And on another note, the prophets of the Lord are speaking in these times. You might not believe the Lord is speaking through these certain men. You might not even consider these men, for example. But the Lord is speaking through us, man. And a lot of men are going to be condemned because they're still looking at this thing carnal, like the Lord is not actually speaking through men. The Lord said he hewn them by the mouth of the prophets. That means he cuts down people by the mouth of the prophets. So when you cut down things, that brings separation. That brings what? Conquering. So you have to understand the Lord has always dealt with separation. Just as that time as you deal with Joseph, the Lord dealt with separation. And if you love the Lord, that separation ain't gonna be nothing but elevation for you. Because to tell you the truth, it's kind of a dangerous thing to be around a lot of men and to be around a crowd of men, because a lot of men, they're not sincere. And a lot of men are Satan. A lot of men are agents. A lot of men are pieces of shit out there. And so to be separated away from men and for them to call you evil and like the scriptures say, to remove you out of their place, you're blessed. So for all you men that's walking this path and you're sincere and you're alone, that's the good path. That's a road you on, that the Lord wants you to be on. See, the Lord separated Joseph. You see, his own brothers was jealous of him because he had visions and dreams. And a lot of men will have you think that jealousy has fucking went away, like it just floated away in a fucking cloud somewhere. Like it's no more jealousy spirit out here. Get the hell out of here, man. So a lot of you guys ain't living in reality, and you don't think of certain men as the Lord is speaking through him. The Lord is speaking through certain men, and you can't fucking see that shit, man. But you gonna see that shit when that judgment come. Let me get into this lesson, man. Let me get into this lesson. Deuteronomy 28:32-a, it says, when the Most High divided the nations to their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set bounds of the people according to the number of Israel. So the Lord always been with separating things. And there's nothing wrong with separation, because he could separate men to get you out of hell, man, to save your life. Because guess what? I read the other day, you would go to the highways and the hedges and we gather both good and bad. Those bad men that's gathered into this, they want to fucking kill you, man. They want to try to destroy you. So the Lord sees that he's going to have to separate his men. And then what's so crazy is a lot of these men, they become overwhelmed with these titles, and the gift destroys the heart, and their judgment gets all fucked up, and they're no longer in the spirit, but they have the numbers and titles, and they're no longer teaching like the prophets in the scriptures. They're teaching like they just got a lot of information in scriptures, but it's no passion, it's no feeling, it's no really being against all of the wicked. When the Lord was on the scene, he rebuked Peter, his second in command. A lot of you guys ain't willing to rebuke anybody, man. You want everybody to like you. And the Lord is rebuking that spirit. Like I said, man, you better stop looking at men like we just some regular, ordinary fucking men that ain't shit. We just some black ass niggas talking shit. Hey, the Lord gonna show you. He gonna show you that we ain't just talking shit. The Lord has been with some of us longer than you guys fucking can even tell, man. Matthew chapter 10 verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword. So the Lord is about separating and cutting up. The Lord sent the disciples 2 and 2. It don't take many for the Lord to use a few to bring down many. And that's the thing about it, man. This truth which in these days, a lot of things is fucking being exposed. But separation only means elevation. Because you can see a lot of guys ain't fucking got it and they ain't right in the spirit, and you got these guys still vouching for these goddamn losers. Because you guys are deep down, you're losers yourself. So you need the views, you need all that shit because you don't have what it takes in the inside. That's what it is. See, we don't need all that. We got everything it takes for in the inside. You see? Because we actually got in this because we believe in the Lord. We didn't get in this for women. We didn't get in this for clout. We didn't get in this to make a name for ourselves. And as me and other brothers, we stood out there by our goddamn self. We don't need the recognition of nobody because the Lord recognizes us, and we don't need none of you weak, fake-ass men out there to recognize us for shit. And you better stop looking at man as we ain't nothing, man. The Lord is speaking to your ass. And the Lord is going to judge a lot of you guys like he's been judging, man. So separation is good. The Lord have to separate some of his men away from the fucking crowd. Matthew 25:32. And how I come is how I come because the Lord has put the spirit in me to come this way. Because a lot of you are not coming straight. You guys are playing around with this truth. And the Lord is going to show your ass. Well, he's showing you. He's showing you. But a lot of you are so fucking carnal that you can't see who the Lord's dealing with because you ain't in the spirit. See, if you're not in the spirit, you're going to be offended of who the Lord actually put in the spirit. Matthew chapter 25, verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations. He shall separate them from another as a shepherd divideth the sheep from the goats. So the Lord is all about separation, if you believe it or not. And this lesson, I didn't even want to do it now, but the Spirit just kept jumping at me, telling me to do it now. Do it now. See, we're in this thing because we love it, and the Lord has put the Spirit on us to do it. And the thing about this truth is, you gotta actually believe this thing. And guess what? If you believe and you're around motherfuckers that don't believe, guess what the Lord gonna do? This is what the Lord says. 2 Corinthians 6:14, it says, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light with darkness? So a lot of men are in the dark, and only a few men have the light. You see? And our lights are shining, man. Our lights are shining. The Lord said, blessed when men shall kick you away from their company. You see? 2 Corinthians 6:17, jumping down, it says, wherefore come out from among them, be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. So the Lord said, come from around these men that's unbelieving and unclean. And that's how the Lord accepts you. You see? So don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by the numbers. The Lord's not dealing with every fucking body. And that's just the truth. A lot of you men look down on hate because you're weak. And you're in this weak ass society where you think you got to be accepted. But on the contrary, the more you're not accepted, the more the Lord is with you. Luke chapter 6 verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and when they shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. That's a beautiful thing. We look at that as blessed, because we see a lot of you guys, you don't have the Spirit. And if you had the Spirit, you'd be moving in a certain way. You wouldn't be trying to do no deceitful ass shit in these last days, man. We see a lot of you guys ain't right. Well, we do this right here. Luke 6:23. Rejoice in that day and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like, check this out. It says, for in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. And it says this, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. So a lot of you receive your consolation. And the same thing that they doing to us in these days, they did it to our fathers, man. Because our ancient forefathers were the prophets, and a lot of you guys' ancient forefathers were the killers of the prophets. You can't fake this thing. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. So a lot of the guys that came up against certain brothers, you ain't got it now. And the only thing you can do is to be in your fucking emotions and try to fucking slander. But that's okay. We're going to keep beating y'all in the head with these scriptures, because all of the wicked must be condemned, and then the end will come. Hebrews chapter 7, verse 26. Now you keep looking at men as if we're just mere men and not the Lord speaking through us. You're condemned already. But a lot of you guys, you can't see if the Lord is speaking through us because you don't have the Spirit. So basically, I'm not mad at anybody. I don't have a grudge or none of that. It's just the Spirit of the Lord is coming out on the earth and it's condemning everybody that ain't right. So if you ain't right, you're going to be offended by how we speak. And how we speak, we're not turning our speak down for nobody. So if you got a problem with it, don't listen. But you guys can't help but to listen, because you know the Spirit is dwelling with us. And before you know it, the Lord will destroy every last one of you guys that ever came up against any man that was actually sincere with this truth. It don't matter who you talking about, who it is. The Lord is rebuking the wicked on all levels in this time. And if you don't understand that, then you need to go do some more studying. Hebrews 7 and 26. For such an high priest become us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heaven. You see, for such as a high calling unto the Heavenly Father, some men have to be separate, and the majority of our people ain't nothing but a bunch of sinners. So if the Lord actually separates you and have you doing certain things, it is for your own good. But separation is elevation, man, and never forget that. You see, and never be ashamed to confess the Lord, because all these things we going through, the Lord had to go through them. And I look at this thing and I'm in joy. In the inside, I'm in great joy. And the Lord said He was an off-still man. So if you can't take us talking sometimes in certain sit downs, how we come, how the Spirit jumps on us, then don't listen. Then don't listen, because we understand a lot of you guys, you don't have it in these days, man. You don't have it in these days. And the Lord and the apostle put that decree out. You guys ain't about to do no videos every day. You guys are going to fucking faint. But with that, man, separation is elevation, man. And with that, shalom.